Alright, what is going on, everybody? I am so excited. Today we are riding the Moto Guzzi Mandello V100 Special Edition. And I want to say, first of all, big thanks to the folks at Blackman Cycle here in Emmaus who let me ride these incredible machines. Very first original impression is she is comfy and she's got some power to her. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this as bike of the year, and looking at that beautiful TFT dash, you start to ask yourself, is this a Moto Guzzi? You know, it's the company saying, yeah, we're a quality, innovative company. We can do this. Though most of their lineup is a lot simpler, air-cooled, retro, modern, classic style bikes. And they've been known for that. They've been doing that for years. Well, a lot of years, since 1922. They make their bikes in Italy in a place called Mandello dell'Ario. Yeah, that's what it is. It's on Lake Como. So a beautiful place for sure. And we're gonna go up here a little bit, pull over, and have a look at this bike. She is comfortable. I am 6'2", 220 pounds, and I have absolutely no problem fitting on this bike. I pulled over at this park a few times, and I've stopped here by this path, and people always stop and say, "Hey, are you alright?" And I figured out why now, because I am blocking an active driveway when I park there. So we're gonna try and find another spot, maybe right here. Yeah, this looks like a nice little spot. Alright, let's take a little look around the Moto Guzzi here. We have a 1042cc transverse mounted V-twin. It's a 4 valves per cylinder, and you know, if you know anything about Moto Guzzis, they're known for these engines mounted, well, looks like they're sideways, kind of like a boxer engine. Now this one is liquid cooled. We got 4 piston dual Brembo brakes up front. I think it's 2 piston in the back. We got this shaft drive. And this is a beautiful motorcycle. I think it's beautiful. We got a single-sided swing arm. Look out, Ducati, right? Now the seating position on this guy, this is a sport tour, so it's meant to be, you know, comfortable for the long haul. But the pegs are up high enough here to where it feels sporty. So let's say it's a sportier leg position, relaxed up top. Alright. Let's take a little look here. It has active aerodynamics. Okay, let me show you here. It has these winglets on the side. Let me pop it on. Boop. There they go. I have it in, it's in rain mode right now. which keeps these out to the side. And I think if you put it in touring mode also, it'll come out to the side. Now, like I said earlier, this is a beautiful TFT dash. It says different riding modes, which you could change with one button. Look at that. Sport, road, tour, rain. I wish every manufacturer would do this. It makes it so handy. You know, we have heated grips, we got cruise control, we got a 32.1 inch seat height, and we have seats available. You can get a shorter seat, a taller seat, and a heated seat. We have TPMS sensors, as you can see right here, showing you the tire pressure on a Moto Guzzi. Let's see if I know how to work this at all. And apparently I don't. There we go. Traction control. MGCT is the traction control. Got your odometer, trip meter, max speed, average speed 21. I wasn't going 101 on my test ride. Wasn't me. I wonder if you can erase that. Average fuel consumption. We got a 4.5 gallon fuel tank, so it's good to cruise for a little while. Let's see, what else do we got over here? Heated grips off. Windshield. Check this out. Automated windshield. Boom. How cool is that? I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about right now. What mode do we want to be in? Not rain mode, for sure. Sport sounds good to me. Let's go for another little cruise. And this right here is not part of the Mandello. This is the Insta360 GPS preview remote that goes with my Ace 360 camera that I'm wearing right now. How cool is that? You get a preview of the view. You can change your riding modes. It has GPS data. Incredible. I could never live without it now that I have one. I was changing the riding modes when I was trying to start the bike. Alright, off we go. Now it has self-canceling turn signals, which I love. Problem is, they don't cancel for about 40 seconds after you make your turn. So most of the time you're going to be turning it off yourself. But if you're like me and you forget all the time, hey. Woo! I did not expect that. Baby's got a little bit more power than I thought. Oh yeah. Oh, very nice. Now, I believe this has 115 horsepower. but there was a lot of power down low there that I just wasn't ready for. You know, I should have been, you know, with this big V twin, but oh, I like it. Go down a gear. How does it? Oh man, Moto Guzzi, sign me up. 16,990. A little bit of a steep price, but you know, this is a premium brand, and the fit and finish is incredible. Being how it's last year's model, though, I know that at Blackman's right now, I know there's a $500 manufacturer's rebate. But you know, if you're interested in this bike, and you should be interested in this bike, give Spencer a call over at Blackman's and see what kind of deal they could do. They're really cool there. And I'm not a salesman, I don't work there. I just been to all the dealers in this part of the state, and these guys were the coolest, and I want to be able to feel good about who I recommend to y'all. That goes the same with products. I've turned down a whole bunch of products because I want to say, hey, if I recommended this is the best. You know, that's why I have the Insta360 right now, because I just think it is the ultimate action camera right now, and I would feel great recommending it to anybody. You know what? We're gonna go straight. We're gonna keep going a little bit. Yeah, I really feel like I could spend hours in this saddle. It's nice. Seat's very comfortable. It's a teeny bit thin, or maybe I just got a big butt. And you know, with the engine mounted this way, at a red light, you get a little bit of rocking back and forth. Not as much as on this one as the other models, like the V7. And we have a slipper clutch, so it's not the lightest clutch, but it's not bad. It's nice. And the brakes are really nice. There's not too many people behind us. Yeah, you're gonna have no problems with these Brembos, but you know, you would expect them to perform. This bike is great in the curves. Oh my gosh, they're gonna think I stole this bike. Oh man, just cruising out on country roads with this bike, I feel like I could spend hours and hours. Now the windshield, for me it's 6'2". It's kind of directing the wind straight into my face. It's neat how it goes up and down like that and all, but I would get either a bigger, wider windshield or just leave it down all the time. You know, but that's a personal choice. This bike can definitely lean. It handles the twists and turns. I mean, I'm amazed at this bike. I really am amazed at how well balanced it is. You're sitting pretty upright and comfortable, but your knees have a nice bend in them, and you feel like when you get into these into the twisties here, you could really lean her over. I mean, there's a little bit of traffic here. Also, a little bit earlier, I was really coming through here hot, and I felt really comfortable. The bike felt stable, and It's just a great option. This is a great option if you want a nice premium bike and you're only going to have one. You could go touring on it, and when you want to have fun and turn up the heat a little bit, you really can. And it's got all these creature comforts like I was showing you earlier, with the heated grips in the windshield, and you can buy a heated seat. It's got cruise control, all the traction control and electronics you could want. Great bike. I highly recommend it. Go for a test ride and check it out for yourself. I'll leave a link to Blackman's here in Emmaus, and give Spencer a call. If you can't get hold of Spencer, the other salesmen are really cool. I've met them all, and I couldn't recommend any place higher than that. It's pretty amazing. Oh, I am having fun with this. I just wish there was no traffic. This feels like way more than 115 horsepower. I'm telling you. And she's nimble. Back and forth with no problems of changing direction. You would never guess it's 512 pounds. Never, never, never. So if you come into this thinking this bike is big and heavy and slow, you're wrong. You're wrong. It might be big and heavy. It is not slow. It's very nimble. It does not feel like it's 500 pounds. And she's beautiful. She's it's jet fighter themed. You see, when this company was founded, it was founded by 3 guys, and they were in World War I. One was an engineer, one of them was wealthy, and one of them was a motorcycle racer. Well, one of the guys was killed. He was a pilot, and they're kind of doing this bike in his honor. They only did 1912 or 1913. They're numbered right here if you look down at oh, that's nice. They did that to honor him, and I really think it's a beautiful motorcycle. But yeah, it was founded by these 3 friends. One of them passed away, and they ended up founding the company in Italy. Alright, well, we'll talk to you later. See ya.